Ever been accused of cheating by a robot? Welcome to the future of education where your blinking is suspicious, your eye movement is criminal, and your silence is deafening. That's right. Companies like Proctorio, ExamSoft, and Honorlock turned your living room into a surveillance state and called it remote testing. But the only test they're really running? How much privacy you'll trade for a diploma. See, while students were studying for exams, these proctoring giants were busy studying them. Facial recognition, keystroke tracking, even browser history scancel under the banner of academic integrity. But here's the kicker, they got it wrong. A lot. We're talking false flags, automatic fails, and accusations based on bad lighting. And now, they're being sued. Schools are backing off. And students? They're fighting back. Let's talk about how education got hacked by the very people who claim to protect it. All right, class is in session. And today, we're grading the billion-dollar test surveillance industry on its ethics, legality, and sheer audacity. Let's start with the basics. When the pandemic hit, schools needed a way to stop cheating during remote exams. Enter companies like Proctorio, ExamSoft, and Honorlock. Their pitch? AI-powered proctoring that watches students through their webcams, tracks their behavior, and flags anything that seems suspicious. Sounds smart, right? Wrong. Turns out, their software didn't understand. Well, people, it flagged students for looking away from the screen, for background noise, for having dark skin. Yeah, you heard that right. Several students reported the AI didn't even recognize their faces properly because the algorithm wasn't trained on diverse data. That's not just bad programming. That's algorithmic bias. And it gets worse. One student was flagged for cheating because she read the questions aloud, a common accommodation for dyslexia. Another got flagged for eye movement, even though they had a neurological condition. These AI watchdogs weren't just wrong, they were discriminatory. And Proctorio? When students criticized them online, they fought back not with facts but with lawsuits. One student at the University of British Columbia got sued for posting code snippets from their extension. Free speech? Meet corporate overreach. Now here's where it gets legally juicy. These companies aren't just scanning your webcam. They're logging your metadata, analyzing your typing patterns, monitoring your browser history, even recording your desktop. That's surveillance on a level the NSA would envy. And the consent? Often buried deep in terms and conditions longer than your thesis. That's where lawsuits come in. Multiple class actions are challenging these tools under privacy laws like the California Consumer Privacy Act and wiretapping statutes. Advocates argue that AI proctoring violates biometric privacy, discriminates against disabled and minority students, and constitutes mass surveillance without due process. Even universities are starting to backpedal. The University of Illinois banned Proctorio. University of California students filed a class action. Senators are asking questions. And some professors are ditching remote proctoring altogether, saying it's not worth the ethical cost. But the companies? They're doubling down. Proctorio claims its software respects privacy. ExamSoft insists its tools are essential. Honorlock? Still sniffing out suspicious behavior, like someone opening a calculator app or get this adjusting in their chair. Let me ask you, when did education turn into an interrogation? These tools didn't create a safer exam room. They built a digital panopticon where every twitch, blink, and sigh gets logged and analyzed. It's not just dystopian. It's inaccurate. Inhumane. And if the courts side with the students, it may be illegal. This is bigger than some test scores. It's about the normalization of surveillance, about what happens when companies wrap invasive tech in the flag of academic integrity and schools nod along. So, if you were ever flagged for scratching your nose during calculus, know this, you're not alone. The robots came for your test, but now it's their turn to be graded. And the verdict? Looks like a big fat F for ethics.